Hey, I'm Lindsay Kovach. This channel, Living Local with Lindsay Kovach, is about all things living in the upstate of SC. In today's video, I'm going to cover the top 5 things I wish I knew before moving to Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And if you stay to the end of the video, the 5th thing that I wish I knew before moving to Travelers Rest is my absolute favorite, and I can't wait to share that with you. So I'm a realtor in the upstate of South Carolina. I serve the greater Greenville area. And this channel, Living Local, is meant to give you a resource and guide to all things about living in the upstate of South Carolina. I'll cover all of the communities and suburbs. I'm a little partial to TR. I've lived here for 10 years and love this area. But yeah, it's just meant to be a resource to give you more information about what it's like to live in the upstate and figure out why so many people are moving here and attracting, and what's attracting folks to the upstate and if it's a good fit for you. First thing that I wish I knew before moving to TR is what a small town feel it is. So in Travelers Rest, we're on the north side of Greenville, between Greenville and the North Carolina mountains. It is definitely a small town outside. We're about 20 minutes from downtown Greenville, but you don't have to go into Greenville for any of your day-to-day living. So we've got plenty of restaurants in downtown TR. We've got a pizza shop, a sidewall, that's one of our favorite. There's a handful of bars and restaurants. We've got coffee shops, Lutford Forest, Community Tap, Swamp Rabbit Brewery. So there's a ton of restaurants and kind of small shops within downtown TR, all locally owned. We've got grocery stores on this side of town, Walmart, Publix, Ingles, etc. So it's definitely that small town feel outside of the bigger city and all the appeal and attraction to what a bigger city like Greenville, South Carolina has. But with that small town feel, anytime I go to a coffee shop or restaurant or run on the trail, you're almost always gonna bump into someone that you know from within the community. So to me, that's a positive thing. It's nice to be out and about in TR and running into folks that you know around town. You definitely have that kind of small town community feel. But on the flip side, if you go to the grocery in your sweatpants, you might be running into, somebody that you see. The second thing I wish I knew before moving to TR, again, we've been here for 10 years, is that how much the area would grow and change. Greenville certainly saw the boom that happened post-COVID with folks working remotely. We've seen a lot of people move to the Greenville area from metropolitan areas, from New York, Colorado, California. We've seen an influx of folks migrating towards Greenville. And so we've had a lot of growth. In TR itself, that growth has brought some opportunity. We've seen, the number of shops and restaurants in our small downtown area probably more than double. We've also seen the increase and influx of more of those bigger commercial retailers. We've got an Ace Hardware, we've had a couple car washes, things like that pop up. So there's more access on this side of town. But yeah, it's more growth. There's more folks and more traffic in TR. So with that, the third thing that I wish I knew before moving here is, some of the congestion that we would find specifically on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. So the Swamp Rabbit Trail is a rail trail in Greenville. It attaches the northernmost part of Travelers Rest all the way through that downtown, extends up towards Malden and Lawrence now. It's certainly grown significantly over time. It's a great place for folks to run, bike, commute, rollerblade, walk, and has one of the major appeals to Travelers Rest is folks who, because the trail runs through downtown Travelers Rest and some neighborhoods in the area, a lot of folks will say, hey, I wanna move to Greenville and I wanna be able to walk or bike to the Swamp Rabbit Trail. And with that, we're just seeing more congestion on the trail. If you're like me and you get on the trail at 5 in the morning, you might see some folks out there, but you're not gonna have too much in terms of congestion out there. But if you head out on the trail on a beautiful Saturday, when it's the fall and we're getting one of those first cool temperatures, or in the springtime it's starting to warm up, you're gonna have a lot of company, all of our community members out on the Swamp Rabbit Trail, running, walking, biking. Specifically, I've heard from folks who are biking with younger children on a busy Saturday afternoon. It can kind of feel challenging for them if they're still getting their balance with so much congestion on the trail. So number 3 is the increased congestion specifically on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. that we're seeing now in Travelers Rest area. The fourth thing I wish I knew before moving to TR is our proximity to the big box stores in Greenville is a little bit farther. So I mentioned before, Travelers Rest is on the most northern side of Greenville, and Woodruff Road is where all the major commercial retailers are. If you want to go to Costco or Trader Joe's or any of those kind of big box stores, you're going to find those on the strip of shops on Woodruff Road. From Travelers Rest, it can take you about 45 minutes to get over there. In December, kind of prime shopping season, it can take you longer. It gets super congested. So we are a little bit farther from, you know, those kind of big commercial stores, and it can take you a little bit longer. I wish we had a Trader Joe's in Travelers Rest. There's a whole group in the community who's advocating and trying to get Trader Joe's to come to TR, but it's gonna be a little bit of a drive if you need to go to one of those big box stores. With that, we're a little farther removed from the traffic that happens on that side of town, Woodruff Road, and the congestion. So we have a little bit less of the congestion and traffic, a little bit farther to travel. Number 5 thing that I wish I knew before moving to Travelers Rest, South Carolina, is one of my absolute favorite things, is our close proximity to so many amazing, beautiful North Carolina mountain towns, hikes, waterfalls. We are about an hour from Asheville, North Carolina, which is a pretty well-known Western North Carolina mountain town, but there are so many other small mountain towns, Black Mountain, Cashiers, Brevard, Highlands, just these beautiful mountain communities. And with those, there are a ton of amazing waterfall views, short hikes, camping. So there's just really nice proximity to do a day trip to Western North Carolina, go for a hike with family or friends, meet someone up there, and be back on a Saturday afternoon in time to do, you know, whatever your other errands are to get ready for the week. So that's something that I really, really love. And I think that the Travelers Rest community kind of has that mountain outdoor kind of environment and vibe. And I think part of the reason that TR attracts those people is because of that, you know, of our close proximity to the Western North Carolina and, you know, the beautiful outdoors that we have up there. So I hope you found this video helpful today. Hope it gave you a little bit of a taste of what it's like to live in Travelers Rest and in the upstate of South Carolina. If you have questions, please shoot me a text or a message. I'd be happy to answer any questions about TR or the greater Greenville area and help you to get a better understanding of what it's like to live in the upstate and if it's a good fit for you. Thanks so much.